2023年10月，顿悟时刻的全体团员从美国回中国休假，1个月后，只有船长和摄影师回到美国，开始紧张忙碌的修船工作。
咱去拿一些那个碰球的。OK。啊，好，嘿。
Good morning.
这他没做好，他让我们明天再来拿一遍。下午我们要把船给从 Mission Bay 挪到 Shutter Island， 因为明天早上定的是8点半，因为7点钟天才亮，大概开过去要10几海里，所以说呢，我不想明天早上慌里慌张的还没睡醒就开，我想今天晚上就挪过去，我们跟那边去商量一下，看看能不能今天晚上就挪进去。二个是呢，我们去一下淡水制造，还有2个碳滤器没买。今天呢，我们现在在圣地亚哥的一个淡水制造机代理一个公司恰好看到了一个克拉克泵那么通常呢，这种泵是封闭的，我们看不到里头的状况。那现在正好呢，我们看到了，正好看一下它的工作原理。那这个就是克拉克泵那通过呢，它的这个在依次加压，也就是我们的水压上来之后呢，进入到这里，这里面呢，在工作的时候呢，它进行2次加压就有点像农村的那个压水泵似的你看这个水压过来走到这里，然后进入到这里，再上来从这后面走过去然后再剩下的淡水再排出里面大概就是这么一个结构这个是安全阀，海水从这进海水从这进，看一下克拉克泵大概就长这样，它是一个非电动的不用电的，它是就像运动起来之后一个轴带，也不叫轴带，叫水带、水压带的这么一个克拉克泵。Looks is black or so many things on it, but there is a screen. It shows the life.
Yes.
So which one I trust? Trust my eye or trust the number?
So what that is doing, you have a pressure sensor before and a pressure sensor after the filter, right? The computer is looking at the pressure before and the pressure after. And as this gets dirty, on your screen you're going to have these 5 little blocks that look like zeros.
Right.
And then as this gets dirty, basically let's say we got 30 going in and we got 25 coming out. So that's a delta P differential pressure of 5 psi, right?
Okay.
So then the computer these are just erroneous numbers I'm talking about, but you understand, right?
Yeah.
So you have a delta P from in and out, so that it'll tell you the condition of the filter. And as those blocks fill up and go solid, all 5 blocks, and then it'll say change pre-filters. Pre-filters are dirty and it's alarming, right? So let's say you take and you put in brand new filters. Boom. You open up pressure relief valve, you put it in manual, and you get the water running through and you get the air out, and you close this down, right? And then you take it out of manual and you hit auto run, and it comes up running. And if your blocks are still full or partially full, or it faults out saying change your pre-filters, then what you have is an issue with your pressure sensors. And they cost about, I don't know, the price on them is like around $270 each for a sensor. And more than likely what you can do, if you have an MPC 5000, not a 3000, if you have a 3000 you can't do nothing with it. Well, you could hook up a computer, but they don't really have support software where you can do that anymore. But at 5,000, you go into the program menu and you can recalibrate your pressure sensors. So what you do with that, you ever done that before?
No.
So what you do is you put the toggle switch in manual. And if you have the manual for your unit, you go to program menu to run in manual. And there's a section in the manual. You can also do look online and do downloads and pull up your unit and then download the manual if you don't have your manual. And it will go through the steps to run in manual and to calibrate your pressure sensors. But basically what you do is you just want to put it in manual. Pumps come on, it's making water, right? Or it's running, making water. But you do it when you have new filters just installed, right? Bleed off the air, close it down, and then you go to your display screen and you go into the program menu. There's 4 little buttons. Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. So you take the 2 bottom buttons and you can, to enter into the program menu, you simultaneously touch the 2 bottom buttons and hold them in and count to about 6 seconds. And then these parameters will come up. Hey, hang on, pause that. Let's say 0 to 5 volts, if it's rated at 250 PSI, if you'll be running about 3.1, 3.2 volts up at limit. But if you have a pressure gauge, and let's say that pressure gauge is doing 200, and it's spiking, right? Mechanical gauge. So then you go to your inlet offset. You have a raw number coming in on the display, and then this is a number that you can, the other number next to it that'll be reading in the window might be just like, it'll be like, it could be 0. So let's say if your value is reading low or reading too high, usually it's reading too high or it's not reading, it'll be off. So what you can do is you can adjust with the 2 top buttons. You can go either +1, +2, +3, or -1, -2, negative, and so that you can bring that inlet pressure sensor reading up to what your analog gauge says.
经过1上午的忙碌，顿悟时刻号终于可以开启挪船工作了。
我回去还要加工一个南泰的叫 Rainwater Collector， 就是淡水收集器、雨水收集器。昨天买了2个漏斗，回去加工一个管子，到时候我们连在这个前甲板上，然后就可以接海水了。下一场雨就可以把我们的这个水箱给灌满。这样的话呢，我们就可以省一些油，在南泰的时候。价值我估计几百万美金的赛船，除了打比赛的时候，其他的都在这岸上停着。看，这个有一句话叫什么？当你拥有了一艘游艇，只有买船的第一天和卖船的那一天是快乐的，其他全在痛苦当中。你看这些船全在这休息、修理当中。你看，美国海军给我们看船看了1个月，每天这些无人船都在这儿帮我们看船，非常安全的地方。好，全松
Clear.
clear。